So this is a bustling little port. There's a ton of these little river boats. They're quite fancy, some of them are a little bit more common. These little small ones probably just take you on a day cruise, or maybe just ferry you to and from the ship that you're going to be cruising on. And some of these ships are pretty impressive, and they look pretty nice. Nice staterooms, beautiful facilities by the looks of it. And I'm looking forward to it because I don't know what to expect, but I guess I've got high expectations. So it's called Luxury Cruises, and I've heard some brilliant results, or some brilliant reports. I've also looked on the website and they look really fancy. So and it's all your food and everything except for alcohol is all included. So apparently the TripAdvisor things on the cruise was really positive. It's called Orchid Cruises, Orchid Luxury Cruises, Halong. Here we go. So we get into our little tender and we head over to the boat, to the cruise ship. What a beautiful place, beautiful day, a bit sweaty, a bit hot, but oh.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, our boat on the right side here, Orchid 4588. You can see our staff and our captain. They waiting for you 1 hour. 1 hour waiting, but only 5 minutes to wait and have to say hello. Because we cannot do like this for 1 hour. Only 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my home. When you came to my home, everyone say Xin Chào. So do you know the meaning of Xin Chào? Hello. Yeah, Xin Chào is mean hello, hi, welcome on boat. Welcome to the boat Orchid Classic number 2. This boat with 26 staff on the boat and only 14 room on the boat. You know the boat with only 14 room. That's why on the room on the boat will be very big and very nice for you. You have big room, you have big balcony to relax on the boat here. And for safety on boat, we're not allowed to smoke indoor.
Here we go.
Oh,
Oh,
how pretty.
how pretty is that?
Wow, look at that. Have a beautiful swan.
It's a swan, not a duck, right?
Well, it could be duck. A lovely balcony. Check this out. Oh my god. That's huge. And it's just lovely. Beautiful big shower. Some fella in the mirror. Oh. And let's go out here.
Happy honeymoon.
No. Look at this. So we've had a welcome drink and a little safety talk. Come down to our beautiful suite, and they've done a little honeymoon special for us. How goes that? Just lovely. Well, we'll literally be in the cabin for about 10 minutes. Come up to the dining room. Oh my god, the lunch is just insane. So we've got, I'll tell you what, I'll take you to the real thing. The fruit selection. So let's do a quick run around. Fresh veggies. Braised pork, ham or coconut juice, grilled beef with gnocchi mushrooms, steamed chicken with soy, shrimp, oysters, crab, beautiful, some creamy bacon and cinnamon soup, beautiful salad selection. Tell you what, feeling hungry now. Lunch was, in my opinion, spectacular. Crab and oysters and prawns, beautiful, locally inspired beef and pork dishes. There was a shredded chicken and banana flour like a loire, like a spicy salad, and we're just cruising around these beautiful little islands, and you can see a little bit of commerce going on as well with the barges. We got a jacuzzi, sun deck up the top. So I'll tell you what, they whacked the activities on straight away. We got to our ship, to the boat, and then they did a quick safety briefing and gave us a bit of a rundown on what's happening. From there we got 5 or 10 minutes to run down to our hotel, to our room, our stateroom, and get settled in, then come straight back up here for lunch. Lunch was beautiful. Now we've got about another half hour before our first activity, which is exploring some caves, and I'm guessing they're probably caves from back in the war. I don't know, I'll find out. The amount of islands and the amount of little secret hidey holes there must be in here, I'd be surprised. So back down to the room, the phone's going flat, so I'm going to charge them up. Oh my god. I had a bit of a sneak preview at the dinner menu tonight. Oh, looks just beautiful. A bit of a fusion of old and new foods. Fee's outside doing some selfies. Look, even the fruit was really yummy. It's a beautiful crab, not too big, nice, well stocked bar, and a nice well stocked tummy. Time to go downstairs. After waking up It's an incredible view. We were anchored up all night in this beautiful bay, surrounded by quite a number of these other boats. If you look back down there, there's like this steady procession of, it seems, hundreds of these boats, all different cruise companies. They're all heading back to harbour, and they do the same thing day in and day out. And I'll tell you what, it must be a pretty good look for them, because there's a lot of people on the boats. Not too many, but they're paying a bloody lot of money. I've got to say, it's a couple of $100 US a night per person. So it's not cheap, and it's beautiful food. The alcohol is a little bit pricey. Luckily I had a little bit with me, so I was able to save a bit of money. But even then, still you're paying $6 to $8 I guess for a beer, and $20 for a wine, a glass of wine, or maybe $15. It's not cheap, but it was just a spectacular adventure. From our bed, which is right here, we're looking straight out into there. Look, we've got a giant big bathtub that we can sit there and have a tub while looking at this incredible scenery. Now I'll give you a heads up, it was advertised as 2-day 1-night cruise. So we turned up here at about, by the time we got into Halong, it was about midday, and it's now 9 o'clock and we're heading back. I wouldn't call that 2 days, I'd call it 24 hour, if that. So it is a bit misleading. I thought we'd sort of have a morning start here, and then we'd have a whole day on the water, and then cruise around a day, and then later on in the afternoon we'd head back and end up back in Hanoi in the evening. But we're not. We're going to. It is a fair journey to Hanoi, to be honest. It's a good 2 or 3 hours on a freeway. But the cruise itself isn't a 2-day cruise. It starts at lunchtime on one day and finishes before lunchtime the next day. So there are some people on board who are staying for an extra day, and that's the 3-day 2-night cruise, and that's probably more of the same stuff. And it is nice. We went for a bit of a canoe trip this morning. I got a kayak, and they just said I'd go for a paddle around the island. That was quite pretty. Just get a little bit closer to nature. I think we were the only people on the boat that did. And there's probably about 20 couples or something maybe on the boat. Not a lot.
14.
Is it 14?
14 rooms.
And there was there's also we had 3 of us, 3 couples including us, on our honeymoon. So they did a nice little balloon package and sung some special songs to us. That was really
And that is the funny thing.
so the song that they sang, well, I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston, which actually technically is a song, as far as I know, about 2 people breaking up or dying or something, you know. So yeah, but they had the great intentions, and they were lovely about it. And look, it's nice. You sort of get quite friendly with the people on the boat. And they'll mix and mingle a little bit. There was a cooking class yesterday where we got to make up little spring rolls, little Vietnamese spring rolls with the rice paper sort of soggy stuff. Plenty of quiet time to ourselves. There was a tour that we didn't go on yesterday because we wanted to actually have a bit of a relax. Here we go. We've been overtaken by another boat. All the boats drag their own little tender, their own little small boat behind them, so they can run in and out to the island, or go and pick stuff up or whatever, or drop people off. Right. So look, how would I rate this tour? I'd probably go for something like a 7. And the only reason I'd give it any points off was because it was advertised as a 2-day tour, and in my way of thinking, 2 days is more than 24 hours. It wasn't sort of specified really clearly, and it was bloody expensive for a 1-day tour, to be honest. 1 day, 1 night. If you spend 2 days in a hotel, you sort of expect to get 2 days.
Just a day tour.
But it is a day tour. It's a single 24-hour trip. It's lovely. It's through some of the most incredible scenery I think I've ever seen. I got to say the accommodations are just beautiful. They really are lovely. The timber work and the fit off in the cabins is just really beautiful. The quality of the food was awesome. The wines were of a good high class, even though they were pretty pricey. They were a pretty nice wine. Even their house wine was pretty lovely. There's another boat getting ready for the next day.
I hope not crash.
Just
yet.
relaxing and enjoying each other. So there we go. Halong Bay tours. There's a whole heap of different ones. We're on the Orchid tours. There's Sapphire Cruises going past. So a whole heap of different. Do a bit of homework. See what they're offering. If you get here at the last minute, expect to pay twice as much as if you can book ahead. But it's luck of the draw. There are so many different tour operators over here doing something that it's worth chasing up and looking into. But definitely worth one of these staterooms where you get to sit in your own bathtub and watch what's going on, or you can sit out on the veranda and take it all in. From here, we're going back up to have some morning tea, and then they're going to head us across to the depot where we get to jump on a bus and head back to Hanoi. So there's our day. So it's been fun, been a good morning, and it's been a lovely evening, a lovely couple of nights, or a lovely night or so. Lovely 2 days, all day and a bit, and we're out of here.